Welcome back, everybody, to our Assessing Survivor podcast as we move on to season 4. Skipping season 3, I think people are going to be upset. I already had one of the comments like, why didn't you watch season 1? But, well, we're watching the best 25 or so seasons, I guess.
Right.
For now. So, before we start, I feel like half this cast isn't very memorable from the first episode, but there's some gems in there. But what are your first impressions?
I'll let Didi go first.
It's talking on the people or the situation?
Both.
Well, the situation at first, when they didn't get food and water, I was like, whoa, they wilding, okay. But I mean, they have a lot of food and water resources, look like, so they should be fine.
Yeah, they have a lot of food around them.
And for the people, I only remember Sean, and that's because of his.
By far the most memorable.
Listen.
Aspen, what about you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it threw me off when he was like, yeah, they ain't getting no food, they ain't getting no rations. I'm like, oh, they being savage, huh? Yeah, Didi, did you see the bug bites on, I don't know if you've seen the bug bites on that black lady. It's this one black lady, but like if you get a chance, just look at how her body in her interview is just covered in like just bug bites and shit. It's
just watch everybody for the rest of the season because everybody will be covered in bug bites.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
And where are they?
They're in Marquesas. I keep forgetting where that is. We looked it up last time and I forgot already.
Okay.
I should have done my research, but I don't have the time. Let me look it up.
Yeah. It's a pretty wild condition. I wouldn't have liked jumping off the boat, like don't make me jump off the boat and get soaking wet and then have to like swim my shit to shore. Speaking of, I was fucking dead at her sitting on that boat like that.
Oh,
Cleopatra was coming in.
Yes. And honestly, Sean did the perfect job of describing her, just like I feel like he probably gonna be my favorite. He just being straight up raw. And then another funny thing that he did was when the guy's like, yeah, man, teach me some Harlem stuff, like
oh God, these white people.
I know it's just like people don't understand how Black people have to deal with that shit sometimes, and just like how slow white people can be, and it just was so funny. He's like, what you gonna do, just walk around and be like, hey brother, I'm chilling, and I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what he gonna do. So I don't know, Sean.
I know, and all that over the word chillin' of all words.
Right.
Like, bro, so what year was this show? Like 04, 03?
2002 or 3, I assume.
And it's still like, sit down somewhere, bro.
It's basically near Hawaii-ish.
Okay.
In that general area. It's near Patty.
Yeah. I don't know if I would have liked being out there. It don't really seem that like, I mean, those one people camp with the waterfall and shit. Now that's nice. They got a nice setup. But the other people got a shit end of the stick, especially for a water hole. Like it's pretty like yikes. So it's gonna be tough.
How would you compare it to Australia? Because I know how you felt about not playing in Australia.
I was gonna say I would have chose this one over Australia, but they got bug bites and shit. Nah, I would go to Australia.
I know, but you from Georgia, you get bit by mosquitoes. You know what it's like.
Not all over my body.
Yeah, I definitely would have rather been on this one than the Outback one for sure, hands down. But I don't know though, because at least they got food and rice, and we see Rob ain't gonna catch no chicken, so.
True. Well, let's start going over the cast. We might as well talk about Mr. White Guy, Peter, who was the first boot. A very strange injury. I think he has to be a what? Stoner?
Asking them your people.
No, don't even do that. No.
When I think of meth, that's the first thing that come to my head.
I don't even know that. I think he maybe like went off the deep end, like he took one too many mushroom trips or
I can
something.
see
I don't
that.
know.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
Yeah, oh man, it was so at first I was like, you know what, maybe he okay, like he bonded with the black guy at first, and they was like having a spiritual moment, I
That
guess.
was
It wasn't even spiritual. It was weird.
Yeah, so that happened and he just, I don't know, he a weirdo. I just he was rubbing people the wrong way and like I probably wouldn't have got along with him, honestly.
I didn't think that's why he struggled, because nobody got along with him. I don't think anybody knew how to take him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely the outcast.
My favorite part is when he's talking about like having holes in your body and shit. And then the old lady's like, okay, I'm just gonna walk away. Like, I ain't listening to this no more. Like,
that was a stoner conversation.
Yeah, but he was not high off of no weed. I'll tell you that much.
Well, these next couple of people, they're not all that memorable. Well, we'll start with the older woman, Patricia. Kind of overweight. Seems like she could be an easy target.
I thought they was gonna vote her off ASAP. Honestly, if Peter would have rubbed like one person less the wrong way, even though she didn't get no votes, she the only one. Peter voted for her, and nobody else did, so that was kind of dumb. But I don't know. She gonna get picked off because she is gonna slow them down. To be honest,
it's true. Dee, any thoughts on her?
No.
Well, these next ones are even less. Do you guys even remember Zoey?
I have a cat named Zoey.
No, I have no idea who that is.
The only part I remember, she was one of the people that helped start the fire. She was the one holding the magnifying glass. That was about it.
Oh wow. Good job, Zoey.
Then there's Robert. Any thoughts on Robert, if you remember him? He was the other guy from New York.
Oh, he's doing the accent.
Yeah, thick accent.
I hate it. That's all I gotta. I hate his voice.
You hate Rob?
I hate his voice.
Not that Robert.
Robert, is that the limousine driver?
I don't know what. I didn't write down what he did.
I can't remember.
Is it the one on the other team? Not because it's like Rob on one team and then the other guy from New York on one team.
Yeah, it's the guy from New York with the thick New York accent, and Rob has a thick Boston accent.
Okay, it's a lot of thick accents on this one.
There's a lot of people from the Northeast.
Yeah. You know how they are.
So Dee is, I don't know how to pronounce his name really, is Pascal, your new sugar daddy. He's the oldest guy on the cast, so Dee.
No.
I was hoping not.
No, he's not my type.
Do you have any thoughts on him, Aspen?
I barely remember him. I think he stand out more later. If I don't know, I barely remember him. He wasn't really doing shit.
Well, next was Sarah, flaunting all her body. That's going to be her strategy, apparently.
The funniest thing was when I forgot her name. The butt lady said, "When you have your body, you want to flaunt it," and she paid good money for it.
Yeah,
I started laughing so hard. I was like, "Bro, what?"
Yeah. That's a lot for back in them days too. Like in 2002, 2003, they like, whoa. And I'm like, if y'all seen people's bodies now, y'all think I don't think her boob job was that big. I mean, girl.
I didn't know it was a boob job.
You thought it was real?
Yeah, but then I look at, no, I ain't gonna say that. The ratio of some parts doesn't equal to the other ratio of other parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't like her though. I already can tell I don't like her.
Yeah. I think she just like worse than Jerry because she like trying to be like, I am, I'm the queen of this bitch, so I don't know. I'm wondering how long it's gonna work for her flirting with Rob.
Do you think that is her game plan? Rob's gonna take her.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. If I know Rob, yeah.
Well, our next two are two also not memorable people. We have Gabriel and Nalia. Gabriel being the guy, the blonde guy with the frizzy hair. Nalia, the other blonde girl.
I don't even remember.
They didn't do anything this episode, so like.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to Hunter, who is the new Mr. Leader, the new white leader, the not so Colby 2.0.
Yeah. People just not responding well to him. Like he being annoying, like he just being too much. And I think he think that people think he like when Sean and Rob then was standing around like, oh, Hunter wants to do all of this, and like I think he think that people think that he funny, but like I think people are laughing at him and he don't get it,
Yeah, I think so too.
So
does this seem like a team he could lead, the typical leader role, or is it going to be bad news?
No, it's too many alpha males, as Sean says, like. So I don't think he gonna have a easy time trying to lead these guys who all want to just put their meat on the table.
Sean seems pretty keen on keeping guys around though.
See, I was rooting for him until he said that don't sit.
And then gonna say like this ain't chauvinistic of me, like
then you gonna be chauvinistic right after. Okay.
What? Stupid. Yes, it is. That's exactly what that is. That's why you had to say it.
I mean, when it's coming to people like Sarah, though, I could kind of understand why he's talking that way.
That's Sarah. That ain't nobody else. That's her.
But that's who he was talking about when he said that.
He still shouldn't say what he said.
Yeah, because it just felt like he just want a team full of meat, and so that's just like, well, fuck you too.
Next is even more less memorable people. Tammy, journalist, Gina. Right now, they only got a few confessionals. They really didn't play a huge part.
Yeah, not ringing the bell.
No, that ain't even knocking on the door.
Yeah, I feel like there was only like 6 people that got a good enough edit that we could tell who they are. Next is Vesepia, the one black woman. Thoughts on her?
That's the only reason I remember her, and her line about her name's Sarah.
Yeah, she from Portland, so I thought that was interesting because it's just some interesting people in Portland. So
what do you mean by
that? Just Portland people different, like I like to say they own state. They just like a free. I don't know. It's weird. You gotta go there, huh?
And like Florida people?
No, more liberal, more like we are gonna be whoever we want to be, just like it's the saying is keep Portland weird, if that tells you anything. So it's just a bunch of weirdos. I don't know. But it's cool because it's the most black people in Oregon in Portland. So it's where I felt the most comfortable around people. But she seems like a black person from Portland. But I don't know how well she gonna do. She just I don't know. She ain't very like I ain't gonna say she ain't strong, but like she don't got no strong suits right now that's sticking out. So
well, how about Rob?
Which one is Rob?
The Boston guy, the guy that's flirting with Sarah.
I hate his accent.
Yeah.
You don't like them up north accents, did he?
Mm-mm.
They're not my favorite either, but
If Alex was here, he would not be happy to hear that, y'all. So
you don't really have an accent though.
Alex doesn't have an accent.
that's true, but he's still a northerner.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey, come on, man. You gotta give Rob some credit, man. He out there, he looking young. Did he this
Aspen's is used to old ass Rob, so that's why she's saying this.
he out there looking young. He in his prime, like a young fucking. He got that. He got them pants double latched around his waist. I'm like, why the fuck his pants seem so big already? I thought that was weird. Just something I noticed, but Rob, I like Rob. I think he playing a good game. He cool. He be saying some funny shit, like he be like, yeah, he off his rockers, yeah. And I'm like, he's so fucking weird and north acting like a regular northerner. I don't know.
It's hard for me to talk about Rob because there's some seasons I like him and there's some seasons I hate him. So, I guess we'll see which season this is.
We'll see.
How do you think with this whole scenario of him and Sarah, is that like good for him or dangerous for him if they're like seen as a showmans?
It's very bad. People hated it. They was hella mad when they was laying up in their little air mattress raft, sitting up in there.
What'd you say, Gigi?
Everybody would have gone on the side and like 1, 2, 3 and flip their ass out.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have let them sleep in that shit by themselves all night. Like, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all ain't gonna be up in there cuddling and shit.
Exactly.
But I mean, I think people see it and people is like paying attention. Shit.
Well, up next we got Kathy. She was the one on the other team who was just trying to be the leader. She was the one that really wanted that fire to be started. Very determined.
Yeah, I knew a real estate lady named Kathy. She was the bitchiest bitch I ever knew, and she was exactly like her, white and old, and just all them white old real estate ladies act the same, bro. Like just hella bossy and like wanted to be done their way. Like she killed me with that finger. It's just like, I don't know, you can't bring that kind of strong attitude to a team environment like that because it's just like nobody taking that shit well.
Yeah, her personality is very. I don't even know how to describe it.
Right.
And I feel like she's liked on the season, but she's not really my cup of tea.
Is she liked?
On this season, I feel like she was by the audience anyway.
Oh no, I feel like homeboy with the belly button piercing and with the cancer tattoo was gonna fuck her up. The one who started the fire.
That is our next person, John. They did clash. His Irish temper came out with her.
Yeah, he was not happy about that shit. I like him. He got his belly button pierced. I'm like, oh, okay, you my type, huh?
What are your thoughts on Kathy, DD, or John?
Kathy is close enough to Karen for me.
Exactly. I told you.
You got time for it.
She was doing a lot.
She act like a Karen.
She was doing.
I don't know if I'd go that far yet, but she was definitely doing a lot.
I would rather tolerate Kimmy than her.
Ooh.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Well, how are her and John gonna do on the same team if they're both so, strong-willed?
Well, I mean, he seemed like he let the beef go. He like, well, everything was good when I got the fire made. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's fake. I don't think he let it go. I think he's still gonna be pissed about it. If I know anything about cancers, because I know cancers, he gonna be mad about that shit later.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that because of, you just watched Mike and DeLeon?
Yeah, and because my girl is a cancer, so it's just she was like went during that part like, yeah, and I'm like, Stop.
Yeah, they could be petty.
They are. Yeah.
Well, I saved the best for last, in my opinion. That is Sean. I feel like he's definitely the most memorable from this first episode. Definitely the best confessionals.
Yeah. I like that he real, like I feel like some people you could tell trying to boost their acting career, but I feel like he just came on here to try to win some money and I just was fucking tripping off of him being like, oh my God, I never seen the ocean before, like I'm like, damn,
What
poor
the
guy.
hell up? I never seen a fucking mountain, but I can do all that shit.
Just
Yeah.
let him be extra.
He never see this man like 30 years old and ain't went to the beach yet. Like
I
that's
mean, I
crazy.
understand that part, but he still ain't have to be like, oh my God. First of all, I'm like, bro, listen.
It's a totally new experience.
Mm.
Stop. Yeah. I like Sean. I like him, man. I don't think he gonna go far because he too vocal. He too much of an alpha, but I mean I like him.
I mean, what should his strategy be? Should he want all the guys on the team or should he switch that up?
No, he definitely don't need to try to make it an all guy thing because that shit ain't gonna happen. Especially with Rob and he got that connection with Sarah and they like this and Sarah got something that Sean ain't got. So I
Loading
mean,
devices.
exactly. Floating device.
Them too.
Yeah, she wasn't helping do shit. I don't know if it was her or not, but somebody, one of them white girls, dropped the torch in the
And when they were doing the competition,
yeah,
yeah, I
drop
got
it
so
in
mad
the
about it.
water.
They
They
kept
just
doing
said,
it.
don't drop it. And she dropped it right
Yeah,
when they said, don't drop it.
like put water in a whole bowl and shit. Like I don't know, that shit was a mess. I don't know who it was because Jeff wasn't narrating it for me, telling me which one of those girls it was, and they be starting to look the same. So I don't know, but one of them fucked up. Nobody called it out though. Nobody said nothing about it.
Yeah, they didn't, but they were a struggle. As a whole team, they fucking struggle in that challenge.
That's true. That's true.
Well, I mean, any last thoughts on the elimination of Peter? Should it have been Peter? Should it have been Patricia? Should it have been
I think it should have
Sarah?
been Sarah.
I was gonna say that too. I kind of think it should have been Sarah. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, obviously they keeping her around for some messy purposes, but I mean, she just I don't know who the fuck she thinks she is. Like I don't get your ass out of here with that kind of energy and attitude, thinking that you royalty. And I just feel like she don't be doing nothing, and she not that cute. Like honest to God, she look like a regular white woman. Like she don't look like she had that much plastic surgery. So I don't see the appeal. I don't.
Yeah, I don't either, honestly. Jerry was better looking than she is, honestly.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Elizabeth was better looking than her. Shit.
Well, Elizabeth looked better than everybody.
Okay, did it?
I mean, Amber.
Yeah, Amber was
Yeah,
cute.
Elizabeth looks better than everybody. So
I don't know. I think maybe Amber of
I don't
last
know about
season.
now. Now she's a bit off. But like back then, for her to not be wearing like makeup and stuff like that, she was most attractive in my opinion.
Yeah, she was cute, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you think Sean should keep pushing for Sarah?
No, because
Dangerous.
yeah, she's a white woman and he's a black man. So if you keep pushing, they gonna get you first, and then she gonna be staying here, and now you just gonna be out of $1 million.
Yeah. Facts. Facts. Yeah, he better chill out with that shit and let her do her thing and sink her own damn ship.
She probably can, even though she can't sing, apparently, according to Sean himself.
Yeah.
Well, any final thoughts on this premiere or this cast?
No, I think it's gonna be a good season. I think some people came out here to play, so like I think it's gonna be a little bit more gameplay than last season.
I ain't gonna lie, I like the last season better.
What? Why?
Like the first episode, I like the last season better.
Really? Huh.
I don't know if I agree, but I could kind of see why. I think they just did not do a very good job of editing this cast in this first episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you could only really there's like 5 prominent people that we talked about.
Yeah, some people got to do some big shit to try to stand out on this one, I think. So.
Well, that was a quick episode, but we only did one episode. We'll probably do 2 for next week to talk about. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me, and we will continue Marquesas next week.
All right.